Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Sorry.
We've made a little Danish boy very happy this afternoon. As we, I mean, goodness
once,
me,
how did that happen?
If the floor gave way now, not only would Pete and I lose our lives, but about 50 grand's worth of gear would probably go down the drain as well. Yes. What better way to spend an afternoon than jamming with the wonderful, talented Mr. Peter Honore through three of my favourite guitars, a couple of Pete's favourite guitars, and the newest addition to the Andertons family of things that we sell.
Yes.
Magnatone amps.
I know. I've been so excited about this because this has been like talked about for 6 months or something, you know, and this is the first time I plugged into one of these ever. Mm-hmm. I've always heard good things.
Oh, what you mean? Literally
the first
time.
Yeah. And I plugged into, I think it was this one behind here. These are all, there's two here in the same family that we're starting with, and then there's all sort of different models, if you will. But I plugged into that one earlier, and it was just, I was like, what?
So we're going to take you through.
So happy.
We've got there's probably a few more amps than this in the Magnatone range, but we're going to take you through this 5 here. Pete's probably going to lead because I'll be honest with you. Apart from, I've got a sort of an anecdote Yeah, I've got an anecdote about Magnatone, which was one of the first lovely people that I met through YouTube land was Phil X, who many of you will remember from the Fretted Americana videos, and of course more recently for being in Bon Jovi, small gig.
Yeah.
And when we met Phil, he was working with the guy that owned Fretted Americana to try and launch this amp called Evil Robot that was basically like a Magnatone copy because he'd been into Magnatone amps. That was the first time I think I'd ever even heard of Magnatone.
Yeah.
That I don't know that particular Evil Robot amplifier was doing okay, and then another dude came and bought Magnatone, you know, the original old brand, which had been defunct at the time, and relaunched it and kind of pulled the rug a little bit out from the sort of Evil Robot kind of feet, because of course now you didn't need to buy a copy of one, you could actually buy one. Yeah. But this is a range of amplifiers that originally came out in the 1930s as, I believe, like Hawaiian steel type guitar amps. And
but the special tremolo circuits, right? Because I think there was, didn't we do a pedal, the origin pedal with this special Magnatone trem, which you got in yours?
Yeah, back in the day, I'm not sure, you know, how much notoriety they got to back in the day. I think there's guitar players, I think Lonnie Mack was a sort of, you know, a user of them. And I don't know that they lasted much beyond the 70s. Bizarrely, the Phil X story goes something, and apologies if I've got this slightly wrong, Phil, but it goes something like Phil was in the studio. This is going back, I don't know what it must be, 15 something years. Yeah. With a Magnatone amplifier playing, getting some cool sounds. Who sticks his head through the studio door to see what is going on, but none other than Edward Van Halen, who then goes, I've got some of these, you know, I've got Magnatone amps that I've got in my lockup that I kind of dig as well. And something happened where Phil went back to his lockup or whatever, and literally Eddie Van Halen had like 100 Magnatone amplifiers, because literally back then, you could pick them up for $300 or $400 a go. Yeah. Anyway.
And it's been around since 1937.
Yes.
It's a long time.
Indeed, a long time. So fast forward to 2013, they are phoenixed from the flames, and basically now as really, you know, premium. Yeah. So apologies immediately for everyone watching this video going, oh, I hope they're £299 each, because they're totally not. Might have to add some zeros or a zero.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they are basically, you know, you look at this and they're obviously trying to stay true to the original Magnatone look and vibe, but beautiful covering, beautiful
Look at the leather
grills.
handles here with the little embossed Magnatone on it, and they all got like vinyl covers on them, which are like thick, not just it's just top of the notch. And
top of the notch,
and not to the top. Who uses this one?
Billy Gibbons.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Father Christmas or Santa Claus.
I'm not sure how much of a connection there was between Magnatone and Billy Gibbons prior to the 2013 relaunch, but certainly since then, he's been a big fan, big user of these.
He's got the Mardi Gras, which we could put on screen now, which we don't have in stock, sadly, because I think they got sold, didn't they? Yeah. Was that the Mardi Gras that got sold in the 4 different colours?
Yeah, this was mad. We had about 20 Magnatone amplifiers on order from, as Pete said, 6 months ago, and because they take a long time to build and ship and all that kind of stuff.
A lot of talk
and
back and
then
forth.
about 6 weeks before they arrived, we just started getting hit with pre-orders for them, including, and I'm not allowed to say, a nice order from an unbelievably successful British guitar player, singer, songwriter person who cleared us out of a bit. So maybe, you never know, might be seeing some Magnatone on one of his gigs. Who knows?
Maybe. Anyway, so, I mean, these are all sort of revamped of the old amps, you know, so they've all been... Actually, I'm surprised, I was just reading over here. This has got a ceramic magnet speaker in it. Has it? Yes, but, I mean, I think we just need to hear what they sound like, don't we?
So what is your amp called?
So this is the Twilighter, and your one is the bigger brother, so it's a Twilighter, what is it called? Stereo, isn't it?
So I've got basically the Twilighter stereo, so a 212 version of what you've got. Yeah. Okay, cool, well let's have a listen to what
when you look down here, on the front here, you've got these little, almost like a
bird.
Or maybe an old what's the logo? The Chevrolet Bel Air logo, kind of, you know, like that kind of. And you got two when you got two speakers in, and one when you got one speaker in. Nice. So I don't know if the GoPro is you can see, but we've got some sweeps we'll put in: volume, treble, bass, reverb, and then we've got this sort of pitch shifting vibrato in the back here. It's got a speaker output and a line output. I don't know what the line output is, but look at this.
Cool foot switch, right?
Very cool foot switch. Foot switch. Yeah, so a Magnatone branded speaker in here. This is four 12X7s and 66s, 22 watts. So it's
only 22 watts. Crazy,
I mean, as you can see, I'm running it not even on.
I mean, the madness thing is here. You say 22 watts, and you're instantly thinking, oh, that'll be like Fender Deluxe or something like that. It's like, shut up.
It just is
it's
crazy.
It's loud, man.
I'm playing this rather cheap Les Paul here. This is completely clean.
And we're supposed we've got the decibel meter.
I mean, that sounds glorious, doesn't it? Sorry, go on.
I kind of feel like somehow we need to just see what the volume does.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping that what happens as you turn it up is it doesn't actually get any louder, it just gets more distorted.
That's what I think it does.
Because it's freaking loud on its lowest setting.
I mean, it's got two inputs as well, so if you see,
Yes.
it's got an input 1 and input 2, and the other one is like a padded sort of lower
that
input
helps.
2. It
That
does
does
help,
help.
but you know, you got treble and bass, so it's more like that brown phase circuit where when you dial up the bass, it doesn't necessarily become more bassy. It's more like a tone kind of thing.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing, because I've got that PR35 Rift. It's got a bit like that. So let's just try and see what happens. So hold your ears.
Okay, so...
Okay, that is at 9 o'clock, and that about 9. I'm not gonna go. Hang on.
No,
Okay, I'll do it. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no, that's good. So
Okay.
beyond 9, it doesn't seem to get louder.
No, so now
It's just...
I'm at 3 o'clock. Oh no, I'm looking at the clock. That's enough of that.
Fribbity dip dip, fribbity dip dip, dip dip. So loud.
Man, but this is what I was expecting it to do, because that's what they do when you get up to a certain level, clean, and then it goes. That's it. I can't do anymore, and then it'll start break up. So, but down here, I mean, Lee, you'll do the reverb because Lee's got the stereo, which is even better. But check this out. So this is my little tremolo or vibrato.
Oh, yes.
See, the switch does work there, Lee. Nice little light. This little light of mine. And then you got a different setting here, so it's like AM and something
FM.
else. FM. So you're like. It's that vibrato. That's when, if you want to watch the video we did on those Origin effects pedals.
In fact, I should say, of course, if you're loving one of these and can't afford this kind of thing,
That's the pedal to
maybe
buy.
it's
right
there,
there,
isn't it? Yes.
Magna
Oh, look at that.
57.
What are the chances? Right in the middle, on
Literally
top
right
of the
in the middle.
purple bad cat, is the sort of Origin effect version of the
Yeah,
preamp
so
and the
vibrato
channel.
But
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't, you know, if you know what this is, if you know, you know, as we say, and then this is just great. You just need to hear that.
It reminds me. It's got a little bit. It's got a lot of Fender, a little bit of Vox, and a little bit of power.
There's a different thing in it. I think the reverb. I mean, you can hear that when we go to the one with the stereo ones. That's just glorious. Hang on, before you do that, let me just stick on a protein on the blue side here. We've got so many other amps to do, but man, honestly, I'm not, you know, when they say never meet your heroes and all that stuff. I wanted to play these for so long because I hear them, people play them. Jason Isbell play one,
right?
And you just go, wow, that sounds amazing, and then you go, but does it, you know? So I am impressed. Colour me impressed, or whatever they say.
That's the little one, right? Isn't that the most affordable one? Or is that the most affordable one?
I'm not quite sure about what it is. This is a 12-inch in this one. I mean, the price will be on the screen now.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's not cheap. So this is the Twilighter. Here's the price.
Okay.
And links below. Lee, this is the beast, man. This one here.
So, now, maybe you can still see from the GoPro, I've got the volume very low, the EQ pretty flat, and the reverb about 9 o'clock, and the vibrato circuit off. No pedals either. It's a big sound, tons and tons of bass.
Two 12s, right?
I just want to show you.
What's in that one? Is it a 606 one, this one?
It's a true stereo amplifier, so I literally think, whereas you've got two 6v6s to do one, I've got like two this side and two this side. So using the second input kind of becomes slight, I wouldn't say it's like home use, but it now becomes like a slightly more tamed wild animal. But it sort of loses some of that energy that you get in the first.
So
anyway, reverb.
So this one here is £1 off £3,000.
Oh wow! So that's not the one I thought it was then.
No, so
because one of them's under £2,000, isn't it?
This is the Twilighter.
That's the cheap one.
These comes in a head as well, so you can get that in a head and the Twilighter in a head as well.
How much is this then?
That one, 212. Brace yourselves, because I'm coming in hard here. $37.99, yes. And you can get a head version of that as well, which is $34.99. So I mean,
still less than this guitar.
These are still less than that guitar. I'll probably take the amp because I got a purple one already over here. Oh, holy!
Here we go. So lots of reverb. I mean, that's not even all of it. Let's go all of it. Anyway,
honestly,
now,
it sounds glorious, man.
But there's not even the best bit. So now I've got this crazy big switch. Mono, stereo, wet, dry, dry, wet to do with the vibrato.
Sounds like
you've heard mono. Let's go stereo and just see what happens.
We're miking this up with two S7.
Where's my reverb? Let's have plenty of reverb as well. It's huge. That's what she said.
It's
she never
huge,
said
that. It is literally huge. It's a big amp as well, isn't it?
It's huge.
I mean, it's the same size as a Fender twin.
Yeah, there's a
reverb,
twin behind for reference.
Yeah.
Let's try this in mono. And just... It's more fun in stereo.
Put your headphones on when you listen to that
in
one.
Stereo. Let's try the AM version. No, FM is better for everyone that's ever listened to the radio. They'll know that's true. I can imagine Dan and Mick literally wetting themselves over that tone.
It's just
like,
such a
who
good...
wouldn't?
It's one of the best clean tones I've heard.
Now this is where it says wet dry, so I'm assuming one of the speakers is doing vibrato and the other one isn't. And for just extra lunaticness, you can decide which of the speakers you want to say wet and which you want to say dry. And here's the just for shits and giggles. Full stereo, baby. We can go fast, obviously. Man, like Pete said, if we do this, we could well be here all day.
Yeah, that's it. We have to. If we want to do, that's why I thought we should part this up into two videos.
It's fine. Let's keep going. People can. That's the beauty of YouTube. Just stop
put
and
the
start.
Little things and,
with distortion, I mean, I've got a few pedals here. This is a light speed with the vibrato off now. Let's turn the reverb down a little bit as well. This is a Nobles. Oh shit. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
no
not the right
reverb
sound.
on that, man. Dry as you like.
Dry as you like.
Wait till this. We'll do this one here.
Oh,
You wait
okay.
with that one.
I was thinking.
We'll play some of that. Yeah.
Probably need a different guitar as
well.
well.
We'll wait. We'll do that in this one.
So that's the stereo version. And
Yeah,
now, by the click of
Twilighter.
the fingers, the 2 amps behind will leap forward and we'll show you those.
1, 2, 3.
Push!
Oh, and I got another guitar as well.
So
Hey!
did I? I think I can't remember.
Let's start over here. This is the Panoramic stereo, the 210. You literally got two independent, I don't know how it works, 12 watts amps in here.
Yes, that's how it's literally like, that's how they do stereo in a valve amp. It's two completely discreet.
Somehow I
amps.
knew that, and then it blew my mind anyway. But again, as you can see, I've got volume, treble and bass, and the reverb, and the same kind of
You got that
tremolo.
crazy stereo vibrato
Oh
thing
man!
as well.
But this, you can see, I'm driving this a little bit harder, innit?
Are
so
you?
Yes,
You naughty
but.
boy. Who's your favourite James Bond? Asked you that so many times.
Anyway, so people loved my comment, a lot of them,
good.
and yeah, they thought it was cool,
stuff.
and they all said, "Why
I'm
is it not
pleased.
purple?" You know, and I said, "Because me and Daniel had a chat about the pink jacket. He was going to wear a purple one. I said, hey, dude,
Purple's my
Mr.
thing.
Bond,
Yeah,
you're not doing that. It's me and the Queen. That's it."
that's it.
Anyway, I think this is probably my favorite. It's £3,000, £1 deducted from £3,000, so it's not cheap. But honestly, man, this was the one here.
It's so present, the sound. You know, we often talk about when you're using digital effects and stuff, that there's a sense that it's like, it's in the room, but it's not in the room. This
This is stereo as well,
this
right?
Is
so you do get the...
Here, it feels this just, it's just, I think it's, you reach a point in, I suppose in fairness, is this, you can go and buy a guitar amplifier for 299 quid if you want to. A Boss Katana, 200 quid.
Yeah.
Amazing little amplifier, sounds great, gig it, whatever, it's totally fine. And I get that, and this is what, 15 times the price. It doesn't do anything 15 times better than a Katana does.
I would agree with that, but go on.
But all I'm saying
Disagree,
is it
Disagree.
Yeah, it just, there's something about, and I'm sure you get the same kind of vibes with, like matchless amplifiers and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, if you just want the ultimate, just you get these little 1% increments, but you just have to pay a lot of extra money for them. But when you achieve it, it's just like, it's such a pleasurable experience. I could sit and listen to that amp and that guitar and no pedals.
There's no pedals.
And a player like you and just go, it's so musical, it's so magical.
But this is the whole beauty of this stuff that when you plug into a little thing that goes into your headphones or in your little speakers, it's for me it sucks there's no inspiration. You don't. There's no. I'm not getting anything back from it. But as soon as I play, even with the tremolo off. There's something. I mean, even this sounds good. The handle makes it. Look at the handle, man. Look, that must be handmade. Look at that, branded. I think it's just there's just something with these. With an amp like this.
Can we hear it with a big gain, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, what can you not... Love that reverb, man. The reverb is beautiful, beautiful. Here's a bit of Dane. What's not to like? back pickup. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, I associate these amps, maybe it's the way they look with a bit of fuzz. I don't know, is that me?
Oh, he's going for it.
I'm gonna put the Argo on.
I'm not a huge fuzz fan with that.
No.
Setup.
But
for me, it's the clean tone.
Yeah, and a little bit of drive.
And the light
just
drive.
a little
kind of
bit
tones.
of drive. But honestly, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and you know.
I should tell you as well, they're bloody heavy. I went to lift this 2Bell12 up just, as we moved to the back, and it's like, forget AC30s and Fender Twins. This is like another level.
It's another level because I am very, very impressed. I think it sounds amazing, and I would play. My only concern is, do you remember we did the Fender Brace Breaker 15?
Yes.
And we did the video on them, which you could watch up here. We probably looks much younger and it's like fresh-faced, but it was really nice in the room and it sounded great. And we had one here, and I was like, I'm gonna try to take it out on a gig. And it just wasn't loud enough.
That's a Fender bass breaker.
It doesn't matter. It's 15
quid.
watts.
Yeah, but the speakers in these are going to be so much more efficient, and just it's a different vibe. I mean, that you saw what we were getting out of the decibel
Yes, but
meter.
as soon as you get a drum on a bass player and some, then it's
mic it up.
Yeah, but I still want to hear myself, man.
I've got to say, I would be amazed if any of these amplifiers weren't giggable.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out. Right, so, cheapskates, I've got the amp for you. This one's only £1,800. So I think this is probably, I don't know if there's a head version of this that might come out a smidgen cheaper, but as combos go, I think this is the one that you start with in the range. It's called the Varsity Reverb. It's still got everything you need. It's got volume, treble, bass and reverb, and a speaker, and it works on EL84s. I don't know why I keep playing that E chord. Feedback switch to on, we get this slightly, the reverb's more in the background. With it off, it kind of comes slightly to the fore a bit more. I love the headroom. People talk about amps with headroom, so that still stays clean. That's loud and like, whoa, but clean. I feel like maybe, here we go.
Turn it down before you put some gain on that, Lee.
And then, yes, let's try light speed again.
It's good, isn't it? And you know what? You can get cabs. So if you wanted to, you can have this, and then I think there's a 210 cab. I might be wrong, but can you imagine having this with a 210 cab underneath it?
If I want vibrato. That's my harmonious monk. Can I hear
vibrato.
real vibrato versus fake vibrato?
That's a harmonic tremolo. It's a different
that's
thing.
true. It's similar sounding, isn't it?
Potato, potato. I don't know why I want to play minor and all of this
Let's
stuff
try
here.
You're right.
Different
it's a different sound.
It's
a different
but
sound.
That's not what it's about. You know, it takes pedals really well. I mean, I think it takes pedals super great.
I'm going to go slightly high again now with Nobles.
Too much
reverb. Too much. I think I like the slightly more open drive sound of the light speed on that.
Good.
But
Light speed all night long.
oh, it's naughty. Yeah, so that's called the Varsity Reverb, little 15-watt 1x12 for you. I know what you're excited about, Mr. Pete. So
Yeah,
come
we need
on,
to crack
with
on
no
with that.
further ado, let's bring out the M80. You can play that one out. And yes, Magnatone.
We'll be right back. Hey!
Hey!
Lee! Here's a G chord. Everything at 12 o'clock there, apart from the
gain and the volume,
ones.
because we die. So you're saying this is the one that they designed with Billy Gibbons, for Billy Gibbons?
Co-designed with Mr. Billy Gibbons from CC Top. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I suggest you play some Billy Gibbons blues. ZZ Top,
it's
fantastic.
You need to get a bit of gain on there, right?
It's got a very, traditional vintage amp vibe to it. Presence, bass, middle, treble. We do have a master volume though, so
so you can get a bit of gain.
A little bit. Then we have a channel selectable low and high gain, which you can do via the foot switch, but I'm going to do via the switch.
It comes with the foot switch as well,
and it's EL84 loaded, you said, didn't you?
Yeah,
So
412X7s.
2x12 cabinet with Magnatone spec'd warehouse guitar speakers in them.
Yeah. Lights in the cab.
Yeah, Christmas lights as well. They're awesome. 2,500 quid for the head, 1,400 pounds for the cabinet. Of course it is. So it's 4,000 pounds worth of
but it is
Billy
glorious.
Gibbons bearded tone. Let's hear it, Mr. Pete.
No reverb as well, so it's dry as
his beard.
His beard. Yeah,
yes.
Hopefully. If his beard was wet, you know. You have to. This is the thing, ladies and gentlemen.
They just open up, don't they?
As soon as you put the master up, you just get that powerful tube goodness.
It's got to be like a
thing and the feeling.
It's got to be like a car, hasn't it? Like a petrol-driven car where it's with a turbocharger in it or something, and you just. Yes, you can drive around in second gear if you want to, and it's kind of looks cool.
30 miles an hour, and it's not fun, is it?
No, but really, what it wants to be doing is 8,000 RPM and let all of everything kick in.
The turbo going,
So hard to get this across. I'm not even sure you could go to a store and get this across. You've just got to basically take a punt and take it to a massive gig and just go for it.
If I wanted to buy this and I hadn't tried it, I would definitely come into the shop and I'd go, listen, can put me in a room and I want to play it loud with no earplugs. I know it's not the safe thing to do,
Sign a
but
disclaimer.
I can't hear anything anyway. What? So, but just even
Come on.
here, and I'm just. great, man.
It's got that.
I said only 40 watts, isn't it?
I was just about to say, it's got that old blues breaker kind of vibe to it.
Yes, it does.
Where you, there's nowhere to hide. There's none of that sort of sense that like I just snuck a little slightly wrong note in there, but it's okay because the reverb's going to hide it or something. Or the extra going to be extra gain. We're okay. This is just like, you played a wrong note. That's basically it.
Oh, that scared me a little bit as well.
I drove the low gain setting up a bit there, and I was playing with the EQ. I did like that. Now. Shout to hear myself. Let's try the high gain bit.
Oh man, what was that solo? Or something like that. I can't remember it.
It does sound a lot like that.
I mean, we should have an SG, shouldn't we?
Oh no, flying V.
It's flying.
It's so loud in here. I got to go home and lie down.
Listen, we only do this once in a while. It's not like something we do all the time.
High gain channel up to number 8. Bloody hell. Right.
You know what? It is loud, but it's if you've never done this, once I had 6 Marshall cabs, 4x12, with 6 heads in each into one with an SG special with the 3 pickups in it, and they stand right in front of it and just go like that. And if you never tried that, you don't know what it is like.
Do you know?
Volume in your face.
I will never, ever forget.
It's amazing.
Talking to another guitar player who said, "I don't like AC30s like that." Okay, fine, I get it. Not everybody's cup of tea. What one have you got? It's my Kemper profile of an AC30. I don't like it, and it's like that just came out there. You can't. Profile what that makes the sensation of being in the room, in front of it, playing the chord, hearing it all. You can't. I mean, you could absolutely profile that, but it would never do that.
It never
through a little pair of monitors played.
It'll sound
quietly.
It'll sound when it comes out. That's why Kempers are so great, or stuff like that. It's so great on a tour where you are in ears and it's in a mix and it comes out big speakers because it works really well like that. But that's maybe music that you're not so into.
Yeah.
If this is just honestly, if you had a drummer and a bass player and everybody's just had this volume and level, do yourself a favor once in your life, do it. And I know it's bad and we shouldn't encourage not to use headphones and earplug, but it's just a feeling that cannot be replicated when you're standing in the room with it at the same time. One thing is hearing stuff of your MP3 phone or whatever, and you're that's
which is incidentally how everyone will be listening to this.
Exactly, and that's what I was going to say is that I'm not sure how it'll come across on a YouTube video because it cannot explain you know, when I do the sessions that I do, like America's Got Talent Clang, because I do some sessions for them, I use the Universal Audio plugins, or I use my Kemper, and you know, it sounds great in the full mix of the song, and when it comes out your TV or your YouTube, but it's all, you know, you sit with headphones on and go, you have to have, this is an experience that, please, and if you are a kid that just want to be on YouTube or on Instagram, please go and find yourself a band. Just try it. It'll make you a much better musician. I mean, really, I think we should encourage.
No, look, man.
You know, we're having the thing on the music, on the wall in the music shop, and you had the thing where people go, oh, I need a guitar player for this band or whatever, and you just rang them up and go, you know, and so, yeah, come down and play.
Mine was with all my just mates from school.
Yeah, but you know,
and it was brilliant.
But I had some people come in here from ACM they were asking all other stuff, and we were talking about bands, and they didn't have a band. They're like guitar players without a band. It's like, come on, it's
literally.
not. It's
what is
naughty,
the analogy?
naughty.
What's the analogy?
No, I just, you know,
it's like learning to be a farmer and never having any sheep.
I'll never have a tractor or field.
Yeah, I'm a farmer. Right,
what do you do? I'm a farmer. No, I don't have a farm.
I
don't have a tractor or anything.
No,
but I'm a farmer.
Yeah, but I am a farmer.
I'm a TikTok farmer.
Hey, I don't know if that's a good analogy or not. What I do want to know is, you've been watching this for well over an hour, I expect, and let's just hear it with everything, really, apart from the master volume, as loud as possible. Pete's going to play some ZZ Top, and then we're going to go home and put our heads in a quiet room for quite a long time.
We love you loads. Please like and subscribe. You legends. Sorry, neighbours.
Oh, I forgot to press record and everything. Right, let's go.